On Tuesday, the Supreme Court will hear arguments on two cases challenging President Biden's student loan forgiveness program.
Well, that program accepted about 26 million applications before legal challenges brought it to a halt. Taylor Tashef is here in the studio with the update. Taylor.
Valerie and Alicia, it could be a few months until the U.S. Supreme Court makes a decision, and it's not clear how the High Court will rule. That's why a financial advisor says it's important to plan now.
Let me be clear.
Shortly after President Biden announced his plan to cancel up to $20,000 in student debt for millions of Americans, it was hit with lawsuits.
Most people think, well, the Supreme Court should decide whether this is fair, whether this is a good program, and that's not what the court is going to do.
Michael Domino, professor of law at Widener University Commonwealth Law School, says there are other questions in this case aside from whether the program is fair.
That is, did the president have the authority to implement this program, and do the courts have the authority to say anything about it? The Supreme Court reaches the merits only if it says that it has jurisdiction. And the only way that the Supreme Court has jurisdiction, the only way that the Supreme Court has a case, is if you have the right kind of plaintiff.
The court will first have to look at whether plaintiffs are injured by the program. A federal appeals court in Missouri froze forgiveness after 6 GOP-led states sued, alleging the debt cancellation is a government overreach that would harm their state's revenues.
But as to what way the case is going to come out or which justices are going to vote which way, nobody knows that, and nobody will know until the decision is released this summer.
In the meantime, borrowers can prepare for either outcome. Payments are currently paused but scheduled to resume 60 days after the Supreme Court releases its final ruling, or 60 days after June 30th, whichever comes first. Alex Langen, an attorney and financial advisor, says don't wait to look at your financial situation.
It's not enough time because you're gambling on the fact that they don't have their decision already made.
Langen says studentaid.gov can help.
They actually will show you your repayment options, so you can look at hopefully lowering payments. Obviously remember what your original payment was. It's been a couple of years. And if you're struggling for payments, they even have a spot where you can go and check on how you can reduce hopefully your payments.
If the Supreme Court upholds President Biden's plan, borrowers could start receiving student loan forgiveness rather quickly. If the High Court strikes it down, the Biden administration would likely seek other options to cancel debt. Live in studio, Taylor Tashef. Alicia, back to you.
Lots at stake there, Taylor. Thank you.